I woke up a little bit late. I was tired. It was quite an eventful night. 2 mule deer were in my camp when I got back, and some coyote overnight, and just general noises and stuff. So I'm heading out a little bit later than I wanted to, but it was good to just kind of lay in camp and see what how the world wakes up, all the different noises and stuff. And I heard one shot so far, and really not a whole lot of anything else. So we're just gonna go ahead and walk around. I don't have my other microphone, so we're just gonna go with whatever the phone microphone is gonna pick up. So first I'm gonna head down to these little lakes down here. And I decided to skip the trail that I was on before, because this whole area is gonna be about the same anyway, and it'll be a little less populated, if any population at all. So let's go see what we can find. It really is such a beautiful place. Little pond. Some tracks through here. We'll keep on going. A few more tracks. It looks like back here is some cow track too. Maybe in there, kind of bigger. Maybe this guy, maybe even moose. It's always moments like these when you come out of the forest and you come up to a couple of little lakes out here in the middle of the national forest. And so coming in, there's an epic campsite right here, right on the side of this lake. I have to mark this for one time to try it out here. It's pretty here. What an epic spot to camp. So I think that peak straight ahead is Cottonwood Peak. I've been up that way, more so to the ridge line over this way to the left. And then wanted to see about being on top of that peak and glassing all down through here, but there's just so much timber, and it takes like an hour to get up there. So I think it's more fun anyway, just walking through the forest and sitting somewhere and just glassing the whole time. Cause I can stop at places like this and just take it all in, or go towards that, just glass towards that peak instead for a minute, glass at all these different spots. So I'm hearing some noises back in here. There's a lot of chipmunks and squirrels, but it sounds like it's something bigger. So I'm gonna hang out here for a while on both sides. Well, I imagine he is the warning bell for the forest that I'm sitting here. I'm pretty sure that's the one that was making all the racket in the forest and stuff too. There's a lot of aspen leaves all over the ground, and that noise goes pretty far. Maybe he'll stop yelling if I go. There he goes. Mad about something. Well, I ran into a couple of bear hunters on the way up. They had a spot next to this little lake. I was gonna just sit and relax for a minute, but I'm only a little bit to my camp, so just finish it up there and then head on out and scope out some more stuff. So, didn't really see much of anything over here today. See what comes up tonight. This is our camp from last year. Still looks about the same. This is up higher, up on that ridge, not quite towards Cottonwood Peak, but we're at like 10,800 feet. So let's go see up on the ridge over here. From the ridge, 10,800 feet. It's only 800 feet higher than the camp that I have this time, which is down that way, just somewhere in the woods. And then I hiked, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles today, but I changed elevation by 1,000 feet down and 1,000 feet up. This is just a wall going straight down. So still, 800 feet, call it 1,000 feet. But this is the one side of the ridge. And then the other side, the other ridge out that way is called Elliott's Ridge. And that's the other unit that I've hunted in before. So kind of giving away where some of this stuff is at, but I'm sure there's a lot of Elliott's Ridges out there. But yeah, this is the whole deal. That's where we go. Ranches are all down that way. And I think the elk go down to the ranch areas during the day and then come back up into the woods and then go way off into that way and crest the ridge where it's a little bit lower and then go off towards the other side into the different wildernesses that's out here. So to me, that is a horse hunt. It's good 20, 30 miles of hiking. And if you do harvest an animal, that's a few hundred pounds of meat to bring out. So I'm staying in low this time and we'll see what we can find, but I wanted to come up here and check it out. It is very pretty and serene. And I have not seen anyone up here yet on the ridge. It's been kind of quiet this year so far. Same with what other people have said. All right, let's go. This is the road that we're going down, right alongside of this hill. There's a little scree field down here, and it flows into a pond that's called, or it's a lake. It's Walter's Lake. It's pretty bumpy and rocky, but we are doing good. All right, so made it back to camp. It's about 5 o'clock. Wanted to get here, I don't know, about 5 or so, just to go out and glass on this field down to that little pond that's down there, just for an hour or two. I'm back at the camp. We're at sundown, so time to stop hunting. Nothing came out. We'll see what comes up tomorrow. So this is my nighttime setup. We got a light. It comes off the bottom of the Bronco, runs off my Jackery. I have my cooler that slides all the way out. Needs some maintenance though. And we're just making some taco meat. I get some corn tortillas and we'll get our macros in. I had some peaches earlier for vitamins, so we will just go from there. All right, we are out again this morning. Me and my buddy Charley. And freshest poop that we've seen right there. That is bear for sure. Bear hunter said they saw a sow and 2 cub back here yesterday, kind of around this area, so we'll see if they're still here. Here we are, just walking through some squish. Huh. All right, so we are out again. Made it down to the bottom. I got Charley with me here today, and we're just hiking around, seeing what we can find. We found some nice fresh bear poop and a lot of old elk and deer poop. So it's getting to be midday, so everything's probably hidden in the timbers and the shadow. So we're just gonna walk around. That's about all you do. All right, there he is. So glad he's here. All right, so we got some elk poop right on a game trail. The question is, which way did they go? That way or that way? We came from that way, and we're heading that way. So we'll see what we can find. Well, we are getting on to be the right trail. That's even fresher. Right there. Just smushed it with my boot.
That was me. I pooped there.
Oh yeah, Charlie pooped there.
Now it's on your boot.
Now I got poop on my boot. We're just going along in the woods. Heard some water and found a trail that all the deer and cow and elk and that have made. That gets you right down to a nice drinking hole. It's very peaceful out here. Worth every minute of hardship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's not too bad right there. We could cross up over there. Or we're just kind of walking around and walking through the woods, figuring out where to go. And yeah.
I'm trying to find Grandma's house.
Over the woods and over the hill. How's it go? Over the
hills
and through the woods. To Grandmother's house we go.
Yeah, I haven't found Grandma yet.
No grandma yet. We found more nice streams in the middle of nowhere. Lots more of elk poop and deer poop. Some fresher deer poop. It was cold, so probably from last night, or I say last night at least. Freshest we've seen. Yeah, some big old aspens that we're coming into. Just absolutely massive trees. And it looks like the bear have been having their time giving claw marks and marking this over here. What did you say, Charlie? It was their way of doing a heart and initials?
It's their way of carving a heart into a tree with initials.
Heart and a tree with initials. We stumbled our way through the thick, and now we are in this little clearing with all these aspens in this draw, so we're gonna figure where we're gonna go. What do you think up there, Charlie?
Yeah, either up or down.
We're gonna go up or down.
Clearing across.
Start making our way back. Epic places here. We made it to the top of this ridge, and way down there is Slate Creek, and right there is an elusive Rocky Mountain whale bone. So we're gonna hug this ridge all the way up into the timber. We were hoping that it would clear out, and then that would be a clearing we could walk through and just hug the tree line on the way up.
But it doesn't look steep, but it is.
Yeah, it's like a wall. Cameras never do it justice. All right, onward and upward. We have an Air Force.
Amazing how quiet it is.
Might reach us. The wind's kind of blowing away too. Can't even hear them. Maybe a bit of a rumble now. Well, we made it back up a really steep part. It was really, really steep. We went up 300 feet and probably less than an eighth of a mile, and flattened out for a bit. So now we're going back up another little bit to get over to this creek area. So we saw some real fresh bear scat, so we're keeping our eyes peeled for any bear that's out here. Be pretty sweet to see one. Yep, we're gonna head on back. We've been out for like 6 hours, 7 hours now, and haven't seen much but game trails and poop, and that's how it goes a lot of times. So we're just gonna keep on going. All right, see you back at camp. Viewpoint from an elk. So we crested that ridge over there. There was a pretty decent sized bull in here over that way. We think he ran through over here, either ran across that log and out that way. We tried to find him, but couldn't find him. We have cow tags, so we're not searching super hard. Just kind of sticking around, see if there's any cows that were around here. Did find some nice tracks and of course a nice pile of poop, but it's cold. So they might have been here for a little while. Anyway, it was exciting. No time to get the phone out for a video, but just have to trust me, he was here. It was epic. Oh, we made it back to camp. 8 miles hiked, 1,300 feet of elevation change coming back up. It was quite quite a hard hunt this today. So of course we saw that bull, but and all the poop and stuff. So we're tomorrow. I have to head out, and Charlie has to head out. So we're gonna go and see if we can get eyes on the herd in a couple of different spots that we scoped out before we got back to camp. And then I'm coming back out Tuesday. I'm not sure if I'm coming back here or to another unit. Still deciding that yet. So, but yeah, that's it for today. 8 miles. It was through some pretty tough timber, but it's definitely well worth it, even if you just see a bull elk. And that was pretty awesome. So, all right, till tomorrow. All right, so we came up with a plan last night. 2 different plans. One with plan A of going down to this campsite, which is a pretty nice little site anyway, and we're gonna hike down into the area where we saw the bedding and the elk last night, yesterday afternoon, and see if anything's coming up. The other plan was go down a little bit further and see if we could catch the whole herd down at the ranch, but that, I don't know, we're just gonna go with this one. We came to our clearing here, and it is absolutely beautiful. As far as you can see, and I think I like this spot. We're gonna make our way down a little bit further into there and see what we can find. But wind's right in our face. If they're coming up from the ranches, then this would be a good spot to start to intercept them. So I think we're getting closer and closer every time. We just saw a big 6x elk. See if Charlie will send me the picture and I'll throw it on here. He was beautiful. I got him on my binoculars. So this is a pretty decent area, I think. I found a couple of spots to just sit here in glass up high. And then yesterday we were just down in there past those aspens right there. These aspens, just on the other side of them coming up. So I think this is a pretty nice spot in general. That's so we made it back to our trucks. Me and Charlie, just got changed, and gonna head out for tonight, and then figure out what I'm gonna do for Tuesday night through Wednesday. Might come back here. Did see that huge bull. Huge. It was really, really cool. Charlie said he would send me the picture, so see if he gives me permission to put it on up on the channel here too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he said yes. That was a really cool bull, and there's no way I didn't have time to get my phone out, so I just brought my my binoculars up to check it out and be able to see him. And he was definitely a nice big 6x6. So turned and kind of trotted off. Pretty sure he spotted us when we were on top of a hill.
Too bad we didn't have a bull tag.
Yeah, no bull tags. But we got some theories about this whole area, and I like it. I think this will be our new spot for a while. We'll see how things go. I'm surprised there's really not very many people here. So I have a few, like 3 different options of what I'm going to do for Wednesday, and we'll see where it goes. So stay tuned. See if I end up getting an elk. All right. See you next time.